This will be a short video on a small act of kindness. Let's dive in. While looking for quotes about Elvis, I came across this one by singer-songwriter Adam Faucett. He says, "My dad's friend Wally used to ride motorcycles with Elvis back in the day in Memphis, and Wally got into a wreck. Some chick pulled out in front of him and he busted his head on the windshield. Elvis had a chick on the back of his bike that I guess she didn't want any press, so he had to take her back to wherever. And Elvis actually came back, man, and apparently put his leather jacket under Wally's head. It actually made the paper. So that's Wally's Elvis story, so therefore that's my Elvis story." After reading this, I was sitting here wondering why this story sounds familiar. I don't think I recognize the name Wally. Then I remember this picture of Elvis and a young man on the driveway of Graceland, and this guy has obviously had better days. And there it is written on the bottom, Elvis and Wallace Dorrit, March 11th, 1960. This is probably a day or two after the accident, since Wally, or Wallace, is all bandaged and Elvis is dressed formally. And like he said, it did make the newspaper, so here's an excerpt from the commercial appeal. "Elvis took time out that night to help two teenage boys who were hurt when the motorcycle they were double riding and a car collided. Elvis, who had returned from 2 years in the Army, was out for an evening motorcycle ride himself with an unidentified girlfriend. The crash occurred at Highway 51 South and Finley Road. Of course, Highway 51 South later became Elvis Presley Boulevard, and Finley Road is right near Marlowe's. You probably heard of that restaurant. 1 mile south of Presley's $100,000 mansion. Highway Patrolman James G. Tobias said he was at the Presley mansion directing traffic when he got the wreck call. Just 4 days prior, on March 7th, Elvis returned home from the Army, but he wasn't alone. In addition to a few friends, he brought back German ex-girlfriend and fan club secretary Elizabeth Stefaniak. In her and her husband Rex Mansfield's book, Sergeant Presley, Our Untold Story of Elvis's Missing Years, she mentions this very motorcycle ride. She said they went out riding with no destination in mind, just cruising the streets of Memphis. An excerpt from the book says, "The next day there was an article in the Memphis newspaper reporting that Elvis was spotted on a motorcycle with an unidentified girl. What a great feeling to know that unidentified girl just happened to be me." It's awesome when the story falls together like this. I love telling lesser known stories, but especially the ones with a little Elvis kindness mixed in. As always, thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe for more adventures.